Hi, it's Crafty Lady Abby, and today we're going to be making this wonderful necklace inspired by vintage Marquee letters. Now I chose the word wonderful and made it in silver, but you can choose any word that you want and make it in any color that you desire. For today's project, we're going to need wood letters, a phone book, a Dremel cordless drill, 2 paintbrushes, a pencil, black, silver, and brown acrylic paint, Tulip Glow in the dark paint, chain, a lobster clasp, jump rings, a cup of water, paper towels, wire cutters, round nose pliers, bent nose pliers, and wax paper. A list of all the supplies will be in the description below. The thing you want to do is choose your word and lay out your letters in a way that you like. Then you'll figure out where you want your connections for the jump rings to go, and you'll mark with your pencil little marks where you want all of those to go, and you would do that all over the letters. Next, you would take your drill and carefully drill the holes straight down. You can use the low speed if you're not comfortable with a drill, or you can use the high speed if you are. Be very careful not to get too close to the edge or these letters will break. Next, you want to paint your letters completely black. You want to paint the tops, the sides, and the bottom. You need to make sure it is completely black, so please give it a second coat as well. So next thing you want to do is add silver paint to your letters, and you're going to be dry brushing, which means that you add some paint on there and then take it off a little bit on a paper towel. So just barely have some on there. And you're going to cross hatch, which is going back and forth with the brush. And this is a stiff brush, which is great because you'll see some of those little brush strokes from the bristles on there. And this is going to give it a metallic look. And you don't want to load too much paint on there, because if you do, then you won't get that metal finish effect. So just keep on going back and forth. And you can add a little bit more paint to your brush if you want. But you will do that only on the top. The next thing you want to do is paint the back of the letter. And you'll just paint it solid silver. You don't have to worry about the dry brushing, though you can definitely do that again. So you'll paint the back of it, and then you'll paint the sides silver as well. So they all blend in. And this is something that you would do to every letter, not just the L. The last thing that you want to do for the painting is adding some rust spots in there, and you can do that with a little bit of brown paint. You don't have to wipe it off your brush like you do for the dry brushing, but you don't want to heap it on there. So you'll go around some little spots that you feel might get rusted if, say, this letter was really big, like a real Marquee letter, and sitting out in the rain. So you can go around some little edges wherever you feel like there might be rust. And once this dries, you'll see it does fade a little bit as it soaks into the wood. So you can come back and give it a little second coat if you want. Make sure that it's blended in as good as you can get it. It could be a little bit harsher if you want it to be. But you'll see, like over here, where it's very light and blending in. So wherever you'd like the rest to be. To connect each letter, you will add 1 jump ring for each hole. To open the jump ring, push the ends in opposite directions. Take the jump ring and insert it into the hole. And take the ends of the jump rings and make sure that they connect to the opposite jump ring. It'll take a little fidgeting. And with your pliers, you'll push the ends back together until they click. You will do this for each of the intersections. To give these Marquee letters lights, you will need to add dots of the Tulip Glow in the dark paint. Evenly space them and make sure that the dots are uniform. You will need to do this twice, as the wood will soak up the paint the first go around. The next thing we need to do is add the chain to the top jump ring. So we open up the jump ring just like before, and then close it after adding the chain. You'll do this to the 4 top holes. To complete the necklace, add 1 jump ring to each end of the chain of 1 letter. Slip on the lobster clasp and close with both sets of pliers. Repeat on the other side with the other 2 chains using the clasp tab. So I hope this tutorial was easy to follow. Comment below telling me what word you would choose. You can find more tutorials on my blog, craftyladyabby.blogspot.com. You can also find me on social media. The links to everything will be in the description below.